What's up, YouTube? Let me start off by saying a little bit about myself. This is my first video. My name, of course, as you can see, is PcGamingLord. I'm going to be coming at you every day or every week. I'm going to try as much as possible to bring you some good game reviews and probably some in-game plays. Not much to say about me. I'm just a kid who loves to make videos and play games. I have been ever since I was little, since I was about 2. I remember I got my first PS2. And now I'm rambling. Let's get to the GTA 5. Today I'm going to be reviewing this game right here, GTA 5, as I just said. For Xbox. That's the system I have it for. Let's start off with the story mode. I love the story mode. Very interesting. It keeps me, it keeps me wanting to play more, which I really like. I've played all of it already, and I've really enjoyed it. My favorite character was probably Trevor. Of course, you have the 3 characters. Michael Townley, who is the old heist robber man, but he went with the FIB, and now he's this big, huge Vinewood Hills celebrity, or whatever, and he's rich as hell. And then you got Trevor Phillips, who was with Michael when all of this went down, but he is not rich, and he thought actually that Michael was dead. He lived out in Sandy Shores with all the rednecks and the white power people. So, and then you have Franklin, who is like the hood, more hood aspect. He's kind of that gangster badass that you kind of want in a Grand Theft Auto game. Kind of like it's based in the same area as San Andreas was. It's based in San Andreas, actually, and it's kind of like CJ was if you ever played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. A very good game. I'd recommend go getting it if you have the right system. I believe they still make it for PC, and I know they made it for PS2 and Xbox, the original. So go check that out as soon as you can. They had a lot of fun missions. You could do heists. There was one mission where you drove submarines. By the way, I don't want anything to be spoiled, so spoiler alerts are going to be in this video. If you've not played through it yet, I suggest you exit out now. But anyways, getting back to the review. As I said, there's one mission where you do a submarine and you go underwater with Trevor, and all 3 of you work with the FIB. And, there's that one mission where Michael gets abducted by the FIB because he gets knocked out by Dave and they think he's dead. And then you gotta break out of the building. Just very action-packed, very fast-paced. Really enjoyed it. I'd give it about an 8 out of 10 stars. Actually, about a 10 out of 10 stars. Also with Franklin, probably my favorite character when I first started playing with was Franklin, because he was, as I said before, he's just everything I look for in a Grand Theft Auto game. He's like top driver in the whole game, great at racing. He's just that badass thug, and with his friend Lamar. There are also a lot of side characters that are fun, such as Lamar, Lester, Dave, Steve, I believe was the other FIB guy. People like that who really brought a big impact to the game as well. They were really important. So, and basically, Franklin starts out living in the hood more area, I think around Grove Street, and he's part of this gang. I can't remember what they're called, but they're in rivalry with the Ballas, who wear purple, which is actually kind of relate back to San Andreas, because I remember playing that. I remember them mentioning the Ballas for life as well. So that was a great kind of playback. Not a lot of people will probably recognize it unless they played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but a very good throwback nonetheless. Now Michael, as I said before, is very rich, and he starts out as he lives with his family, and his family's going to hell. His son's a pot addict, his daughter's a slut, and it's basically everything that goes wrong, that can go wrong, does. And they eventually end up moving out. And then Michael goes on a never-ending quest to get them back. And Trevor Phillips was the meth addict of the bunch. He lives out in Sandy Shores, as I said before. Big redneck guy. Kind of a Canadian accent. Goes on rampages. He's more like the shoot-'em-up, badass, redneck Duck Dynasty type dude. That fucking just likes to mess shit up. So, yeah. And he's also got a lot of fun characters, side characters as well, such as Ron, Chef. They deal with the meth aspect as well. They're kind of like his helpers in crime. And then you got the dumb Wade, who can't even, he's funny. The way he talks just still brings hilarity to my mind. Just the way he talks, he's like, "Hey Trevor, how's it going?" I can't really do an impression, but he's really, and then he asks like a whole bunch of stupid shit. While you're in the middle of missions, he'll ask you to like take him to get ice cream and tell him stories, which is really, really fun. And then eventually later on in the storyline, the Franklin and Michael met up in the beginning, very beginning, and then later on after you do the first heist, they meet Trevor. That's when Trevor comes into play, and Trevor goes out on this quest to find Michael, because apparently Michael's not really dead, and Trevor's just finding this out for the first time. And it's just a really good storyline. Now, let's get to the online. The online is okay. There was a bit of a problem with it at first with the DNS lobbies and stuff, where you got the money, and it was kind of hacked, but not really. It wasn't really hacks, it was just more of like unfair advantage, and it was given to you, and I believe they patched that recently, so, and I believe also if they took it away and you didn't ask for it, you can also file claims and stuff. I'm not really familiar with that, because none of that really applied to me. Now, the online itself, though, very, very fun aspect. You're still in the same map, but it's kind of free realm. You get to do missions with all the same characters. Very, very fun. You get to create your own character. You get to be in crews, which are kind of like gangs, and you rank up kind of. You can do team death matches. You can do survival, which is like kind of a free-for-all type deal. You can do races, just everything you can imagine put into one game, and I really enjoyed that. And it ranks you up through the process, almost like as if what it brings to mind is like a Call of Duty or Halo series where you're kind of ranking up through the ranks. And once you reach level 25, you're a 3-bit gangster. It's just really well thought out, really well played. A lot of glitches too. Good, fun gameplay. Really enjoyed it. And the driving, you can do races as well. And also, another thing I forgot to mention about story mode, they have this thing called Strangers and Freaks, where they're like side missions, which are really fun too. You get to meet another side character, is Tanya, if you're playing as Franklin, who is like his crackhead cousin's wife or whatever, and you get to do chill missions. And then Strangers and Freaks also involve, you know, just like shoot 'em ups. They involve races, basically everything of the online, but that's in story mode. But the online also, you get to play with all your friends, and it's just a really fun time. Good fun for all of you. Alright guys, well, that's all the time I have for tonight. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up and show your support. Tell me in the comments what you'd like to see me review next, or maybe if you'd be interested. Also, I have an Xbox gamer tag. I'll give it to you guys if you guys would like to add me on there. Also on my social media. I'll put the link in the description. You can go add me on Facebook and like my page and stuff. I'm going to be putting out videos as much as possible, probably every single day if I can. Just out there trying to, you know, entertain you guys in the best way I know how. So keep watching, and I'll keep you guys updated. Also follow me on Twitter too. I'll put that in the description. Alright. Thanks guys. I'll keep you updated. Bye.